Hey all, here are OS reviews. About a year ago, we did a review on the hung balance lamp, an LED lamp which, although lacks smart features, has a very elegant design, and it's a ring-shaped lamp that casts a nice glow in any room and uses two magnetic levitating switches in order to turn it on or off. Well, today we're taking a look at a version from Aukey which has a similar design style of it being a ring-style lamp. They're calling it the Aura lamp, and it sells for 45 bucks on Amazon, so slightly less expensive than the hung lamp, and it also has the addition of some new features, including 16 RGB colors that you can customize using a remote, which the hung balance lamp lacked, including even a flashing animation if you want to set it up as a mood lamp for different environments. It has 100 lumens in terms of brightness, so it's still not going to be the brightest lamp in the world. Packaging contents include a quick warranty card which is in the shape of this delicate key. There's also a user manual that tells you how to quickly set it up. Here we have the remote control, which is constructed out of a polycarbonate plastic, allows us to change between different colors and effects, and it takes two AAA batteries. Here's the AC power adapter. The base is constructed out of aluminum, even though it's been polished and looks like plastic, so it has a heft to it which prevents a lamp from falling over, so it adds some weight. Now there is the AC power port on the back, and then soft touch rubber feet on the bottom that prevents it from sliding around. Finally, just the ring light itself with the LEDs, and the frame here is actually constructed out of aluminum, just like the base, so it has a very cold and solid, reassuring touch. So the construction quality is slightly better, I think, than the hung balance lamp, which is made out of wood. This will probably last a little longer, although it is a slightly different aesthetic. That one which is more natural with wood versus this one which is more of a kind of modernist approach. After snapping the ring into the base, which is an easy click, doesn't require any screws or anything, and plugging it in, we're just ready to go. You can use the remote now to just turn it on, and by default it starts off in this warm white light. Now one thing I will point out is the base doesn't have any touch sensitive keys or controls, so we aren't able to tap on, say, the Aukey logo to turn it on or off, so we do have to rely on the remote control in order to use it. Here we have a quick size comparison with the aforementioned hung balance lamp, which as you can see is a bit more narrow, slightly taller, but the Aukey covers a slightly larger area. Again, both look quite mysterious as far as the lamps are concerned, very much a conversation starter. Then up against, say, a regular table lamp like this Xiaomi Philips lamp, you can see it's going to be a little bit smaller as well. Conventional desk lamp might still have a more focused beam of light that's used for reading and concentrating the beam in one spot, versus this, which is more of kind of an ambient light. So going through some of the other features next, we can tap on the arrow keys to begin changing the colors. It is a pretty dramatic red color here, and if we have a smartphone, by the way, this is how it stacks up in terms of height. Clicking again, we go into a green color, so pretty typical for LED lamps, then goes into a very cool blue, a green color, turquoise, purple, and then going back into the white light. Now we can also tap on the center mode key to go through some of the animations, which I personally think is really what sets this lamp apart compared to the hung. It just makes it look really cool, especially in the dark. This is kind of one that builds on the light beams until it goes all the way around, then starts over again. And this is kind of a soft glowing mode that will softly oscillate. And between all the modes, you can change the colors as well, still using the arrow keys. So if I do this, it simply changes the color of the light, but still continues with that same effect. So for example, in white light, we can still have this pulsing effect, and then tapping on it again, we have another ring, which once again, we can change the color if we want it to, including white light. A very modern touch. Tapping on the mode key once again, we go into a multicolored spinning wheel, which is just a super dazzling effect. Going through these colors one last time, again against a wall that's white, it really becomes the most dramatic. Looks like a portal to another world almost. And tapping on mode once again, we have kind of a similar oscillation, but it's going more slowly now, and it's only at a single beam of LED. And once again, we can change the colors of the three dots that's being displayed and spinning round and round, so very dazzling. And then tapping on mode again goes into the single color where we started, so this is the basic mode, and then we can go back again into the various other modes, and it just cycles back around. The brightness of the light can also be customized by tapping on the light bulb key on the bottom of the remote here. So if you tap on it once, it goes into right now the most bright mode that it's in, once again to kind of dim it and go back and forth. The memory key cycles through more than just the previous mode that it was in, so it goes through the past few different effects that you were trying out. So it records up to 6 or 7 modes that you are playing around with. So that's the memory key. And then you can also tap on the auto key to basically randomly generate a lighting mode that it will just initiate, kind of like rolling the dice. So now it's going to go into this cycling one, for example. You can also save ones into the memory, which you can then activate at a simple click of a key by tapping on the set key. So once you've saved one to that key, it's basically programmable. Finally, if you are curious, if we have kind of a book here, it still casts a good enough glow to get some quick reading done without disturbing too many people around you. So that's more or less it as far as our hands-on review of the Aukey Aura. It might be one of the coolest designs and having the most customization I've seen yet. It's definitely one of my favorites out of the ones we've checked out thus far. It's easy to use, easy to set up, well constructed, and again makes for a nice lamp overall at a reasonable price, even though it has a few weaknesses like the lack of controls on the base without using the remote, which would have been nice to see. But otherwise, I think this is a pretty cool alternative to the hung balance lamp if you're looking for a version that has colors. So if interested, you can check out more details in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been the Aukey Aura.